Hi guys, welcome back after a long time. And today I'm going to talk about our mind. So, first of all, I'm going to explain what our mind is. Secondly, I'm going to explain how we happen to abuse our mind. Yeah. Thirdly, I'm going to talk about how we can use our mind correctly. So, first of all, like as I said earlier, to say I'm going to define what the mind is. So, the mind, our mind is our mind come to us as a standard equipment at birth. The reason why have the reason why I've decided to use that definition is because, as we can see, we do not inherit the mind from anyone. We do not um, buy the mind. You do not have to look for the mind. God has blessed us with it. So every person is born with a mind. Yeah. So we are born with it. We do not need to start searching, because I'm searching for the mind or I'm doing this. Yeah. So it comes to us as a standard equipment at birth. Secondly, I'm going to define our mind that our mind it is yeah so our mind, I would like to define our mind as the last greatest unexplored continent on earth. There's a reason why I've also chosen that definition, because when I look at this definition, it also gives me some information yeah how how yeah, like the way it is. So, like as I've said, to say the mind, the human mind, it is the last greatest unexplored continent on earth. The reason why I say so, it is because most of the people, most of us, we've not yet found the use of the mind. We do not know how to use our mind. We try by all means, searching how to be prosperous in life, searching how to do this, searching how to do this, but we forget that we have the mind that has come to us at birth for free, and we fail to use it. So it is unexplored because we do not know how to use it. Yeah. So yeah, so it is unexplored because we do not know how to use it, we do not access it. So the mind is the greatest of all human assets, yet it is used but mostly abused. So, like as I've said, to say that um I'm also going to talk about how we abuse our mind. So yeah, in my statement I mentioned that the mind is the greatest asset that God has given unto us to use it. So, which means it is the greatest. When you use it, you become greater. When you use it, you become prosperous. When you use it, yeah, you achieve, you establish great goals. So, yeah, so the reason why I say it is leastly, it is the least used but most abused. So let me explain how we happen to abuse our mind. Most of the people, or most of us, we happen to abuse our mind but not using our mind. Let me give an example of the person. Yeah, let me give an example of the person who's going through a lot of circumstances. Maybe life is not going well to the expectations. So you find that this person is depressed. Okay. So most of the people outside there, when they're depressed, you find that they are alone, they engage themselves in drinking, they engage themselves in doing certain things that do not make sense to their lives. So you find that Instead of finding the solution to their problem, they're increasing their problems. Um, because when you have a situation, okay, when you have a situation, you need to sit down, find out the ways of how you can solve that situation. But it is different how people look to it. It is different how people deal with the problems. So instead of pressing, sitting down and thinking how to solve those problems, they'll start drinking, they'll start making other things, making the situation worse. So instead of us using our mind to uh, to solve that problem, we are depressed. We are depressing our mind because you are drinking. You're also thinking a lot, and mostly you find that you're thinking positive or negative things. Actually, you're thinking about negative things, and those negative things, they do not contribute to your growth of your prosperity. They do not contribute to the growth of your achievement. Those negative stuffs, they only reduct your greatness. They reduct your um, they reduct your achievements, because instead of you thinking how to make money, you start thinking about um, why did it happen. Okay, there's some problems. When they happen, just accept it that it happened. There's no way you can reverse it. Just accept it that it happened. So how can I resolve this, or i how can I get away from this? But you find if something happened, most of the people they'll start wondering, why did it happen? Why did it do this? So you find that instead of thinking how to get out from that situation, you start adding more problem, more pressure by drinking too much, by depressing your mind. So you find that the mind, it is abused with wrong thoughts. The mind, it is abused with wrong thinking. So that's the reason why I said that most of the time we do abuse our mind, because we do not think positive to the situation. We are only thinking negative things that are adding up problems to your situation. So you find that instead of your problem to be solved, your problem is just increasing, growing. Hence, you find that there's nothing you can do. Maybe you are doing better in life, but you find that you're reducing. At the end of the day, you find yourself at a lower level. Yeah, so that's how it is. So most of the time, if you have a problem, if you're going through a lot, um, please just sit down. Stop stressing too much. Just accept that situation that happened. Accept it and find out how you can solve it without adding more problems. Don't stress your mind. Use your mind to think positive things to your situation. So, like as I said again, that am also going to I'm also going to I'm also going to talk about how we can use our mind correctly.